May we bless these teacher souls for dealing with these entitled parents. Y'all deserve a raise, okay? First year teaching. First day of parent conferences ever. A parent screamed at me that I hated their child. And when I showed them a book at the level the kids were expected to be reading at, the mom picked it up and threw it across the table at me. Great. I've been very fortunate with my parents since then, but I'll never forget how small that mother made me feel as a brand new teacher just trying my best. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's that a lot of parents don't think, no, I shouldn't say a lot of parents, okay? Some parents don't think their child can do any wrong. And when I worked in a daycare setting, yeah, when their kid bit another kid, they just couldn't fathom that. They were like, no, they would never. And I'm like, no, I literally witnessed your child biting the other one. And they just could not comprehend that their kid could do something wrong. So that does not surprise me at all. A student attempted to steal another student's brand new iPhone. The sticky-fingered student took it from a locker and put it in her backpack. Video footage supported this. Her parents went ballistic afterward, not because their sticky-fingered daughter stole the phone. Nope, she was irate because her sticky-fingered daughter was so traumatized by staff members who retrieved the phone that wasn't hers to begin with. According to mom, Sticky Fingers did not feel safe. Her mom threatened to sue. Nothing was done about the theft, and the aforementioned sticky-fingered student was allowed to return to school. I was done. Really? You're gonna sue the school when your child stole someone's phone out of their locker? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much trouble I would have been in from my parents if there was video footage that showed me stealing someone's iPhone? That's insane. That does more damage than it does good to a kid. It has to. Preschool teacher here, a parent showed up 30 minutes after closing time to get his child and didn't apologize for being late, but rather he said, I have a real job, and real jobs sometimes run late. Oh, see, this would make me freaking spiral. Because I used to be a preschool teacher. Yeah, not a real job. Pretty sure you get to go to work because we're watching your kid. You're right, childcare. Not a real job, not even important. Who needs childcare in any form? You know what I mean? So minuscule. Should just not even exist because it's not important. It's actually like fundamental to life. And the growth and the education of your child usually, has to do with preschool teachers, elementary school teachers, university professors. The list, just goes on and on. Thank God I am not a preschool teacher in this very moment because that would have thrown me. Lila, look alive over there. Life's good, girl. What are you looking miserable for? If you guys could see her face right now. All aboard hydration station. Lemon water in my cup. Let me know what's in yours. Drink your water. I care about you. Okay? Cheers. My mom's a second grade teacher and the school she works at uses MacBooks and iPads. What a world. Rather than Windows products. She received an email from a parent that read, Dear Miss Blank, I'm sending a Windows laptop to school that I personally configured for my daughter. I will not have my daughter being taught to use an Apple product. I work for a major computer technician company and I can personally attest to the fact that everything Apple makes is pure garbage. You're hurting the students more than helping them, as every major company uses Windows software. I am also going to file a complaint with the school board. I know this is not your fault, but I know there is something you could do to stop it. It couldn't be me. I wasn't made for it, That was not my purpose in life because I have no patience. I could never handle that situation calmly or professionally. That's insane. Guarantee your kids grow up and use an Apple product in their lifetime. Guarantee! Like that kid's gonna be so upset when they want an iPhone one day. And you're like, no, it's made out of pure garbage. You can't have one. They're gonna be pissed. I teach high school psych and sociology, but this happened to a colleague of mine who teaches Spanish. She had a student in her first block class who would sleep during every class. For the first 2 weeks, the Spanish teacher did everything she could to get his head off the desk, but it was a battle that she was losing. So she called the boy's mother to enlist her help. She informed the mom that her kid had an F in class and was going to flunk Spanish unless he stopped sleeping. She suggested to the mom that she get her kid to bed at a decent hour so he would stay awake in school. The parent told the teacher there was nothing she could do with her child. It was the teacher's responsibility to wake her kid up. The boy admitted he was tired because he'd stayed up all night playing Xbox. He also said that his mom didn't give him a bedtime and didn't care that he stayed up all night. There it is. No sleep routine, obviously. That's great. No wonder the kid is exhausted. Gonna fail a class, and guarantee when he fails that class, you're gonna be hearing from mom. Oh yeah, she's not gonna be happy with the F. Nope. Couldn't be her fault or her kid's fault. Nope. It's the teacher's fault. I moved to a new state after 6 years as an elementary school principal. Ooh, big boss. I'm a big believer in contacting parents. On the first day of the new job, I called the parent of a misbehaving child. I had just introduced myself when the parent interrupted and said, "Mr. Principal, let me stop you right there. I have to put up with him for 15 hours a day. When he's there, he's your problem." Okay, well that says a lot. Honestly, that says a lot about the kid, says a lot about your relationship. Also, where are the 15 hours a day? You're not with your kid 15 hours a day if your kid's in school, because your kid's in school all day and there's only so many hours. Like, what are you talking about? That's some crazy math right there, right? Am I tripping? Ain't no way. Even if your kid's home at 3:30 from school and you're home at 3:30 from work. When's their bedtime? A student attempted to push me down the stairs. I grabbed the railing and tweaked my wrist while preventing my fall. I had to get an x-ray. The student was suspended. The parents ignored the suspension and sent the child, who was in 8th grade, to school the next day. They refused to come get him, so he spent the day in the office. The next day, I was told to keep my distance from the student and always have a clear path to the door to escape if he came at me again. Who wants to live like that? The parents refused to believe this wasn't an accident and questioned what I saw and heard him say to his friends as he pushed me. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? A kid tried to push you down the stairs, which literally could have ended your life. Quite literally, depending how you fell, if you hit your head, whatever the case. And the kid comes back to school the next day and like, oh, well, just stay clear. You know, always make sure you have an exit plan in case he tries to attack you again. Great. I stand by my words. In every video that I say, some people should not be parents. I teach high school math. I once had a grandmother chase me down the hallway after school because I did not have a grade in the book for a quiz I gave out that morning. She expected me to get everything graded while teaching and planning all day. She threatened to go talk to the principal about this. Okay, goodbye. I would rather you go to the principal and talk to them about it rather than having this stupid conversation with me. I'm trying to even figure out why you would be that invested. Like, a quiz happened that morning and within hours you're already mad that you don't know the score. Like, okay, grandma, chill. When my mark comes out, I will tell you what I got on the quiz. I wouldn't, because I had to go to summer school for high school math because I didn't technically fail. I had a 49 before I had my final exam, and the teacher came to talk to me and she was like, "You're probably gonna fail." But I did pass the exam, hardly. So she gave me a 50 and said, "I'll give you a 50, like a passing grade, if you do summer school, like this summer." Like, to help me. She was being nice and talked to my parents. And it's better than being held back in that class and failing it. So I was like, you know what? Okay. So I took the 50 and I went to summer school. Still don't know shit about math though, let me tell you. But guess what my grade was by the end of summer school? A 76. Because they really dumb it down for you in there, because they understand you're obviously struggling for a reason. I killed it in there, 76. It was great. I worked in the special needs department of a high school. At this school, there was an entrance only for our students, and a mom insisted she was allowed to use it too. She wasn't. All guests, whether you're a parent or not, must go through the main office and get a badge. My boss then told this mom that she had to go to the front, and she said, "No, I don't. My son comes through here, so I can too. I'll be like 3 minutes anyway. I'm just picking him up." My boss stood her ground and said no. I understand the confusion here, and I know you're only going to be here for a few minutes, but there are safety protocols, and I need you to check in at the front, please. The mom slapped my boss across the face and said, no, I'm going to get my son. And she did. I want to clarify that the student being picked up was okay. He was not leaving early because he was sick or anything. We all told my boss to sue her or something for doing that. My boss feared causing drama because they went to the same church. You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? You didn't press charges? That's literally assault, and I would have her banned, but goodbye. You and your kid can go to another school. She just slapped you across the face. She'll slap anybody. Absolutely not. She gets to walk away from that situation. No punishment? That's insane. God, I'm so annoyed. I used to teach at a school in a really wealthy area. The worst parents I had to deal with were the ones who believed teaching their kids how to get away with something was more important than reinforcing the idea that they should learn to accept responsibility for their own actions. What a wild concept. At the school, I would end up in the principal's office with parents, a student, and their lawyer. I answered questions about whether I could prove that the student plagiarized and had not simply handed in a paper written by someone else by accident. I don't think I can do this video anymore. I'm just getting angry at this point, and this is just not enjoyable for anyone. Truly. By accident. I actually copied and pasted that on accident, printed it, and handed it in on accident. I would love for you to prove how it was an accident. I'll be damned. A parent told me she would punch, oh, good. A parent told me she would punch anyone who corrected her daughter in the face, all in front of the silent principal. Obviously, the child had issues following basic instructions and rules. Yeah, no surprise there. Imagine that. Correct my daughter at all, I'll punch you in the face. Super healthy. Not toxic behavior at all. I have concerns for that home environment, let me tell you. I'm a librarian at an elementary school, not a teacher. I've had some really annoying parent experiences, but this one takes the cake. 2 years ago, this mom tried to ban a quarter of the books in the library. That is not an exaggeration. Literally a quarter. Almost all of those books were about POC and or LGBTQ plus people. She failed partly because it's a pretty progressive district and partly because no one wanted us to lose a quarter of the library. But still, Jesus. Oh man, I've had that happen before. For sure. Oh my gosh, parents getting mad about what content is in a book, or even some of the movies that they would show us in class. Like, nothing bad, obviously, but God forbid, you know, it mentions something they may not agree with. At that point, it's like, just homeschool your kid. Honestly, just you teach them the way you want them. Good luck. Goodbye. My mom's a teacher and told the superintendent of the school board that a parent supposedly called her several times. Upon her investigation, she realized she had several missed calls, all within a couple of hours. So she called the man back. The man's name was Mort, a parent who had recently moved to the area. He was wondering what time school started in the morning. Upon explaining that classes started at 8:30, Mort said, yeah, that's not gonna work for us. We usually don't go to bed till about 2 a.m. I've never been told the details of how my mom responded, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. So many concerns. It's like not even funny in a way, you know? When you hear about these parents, you just wonder what kind of damage or effect that's going to have on the child's growth and upbringing as a human in this world. Goodbye. I'm angry. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.